Right. 2020 was a wild ride for cybersecurity. Zoom basically became the default meeting platform overnight, and the fallout, well, it was explosive. New explosive is putting it mildly. Remember the panic? It felt like everyone suddenly realized they were broadcasting their home office setup to the world.
Exactly. And the security issues just piled up. Sharing data with Facebook, leaking credentials, it was a goldmine for researchers like Patrick Jackson. Finding 15.0 videos in open cloud storage.
That wasn't user error, that was a fundamental flaw in how they managed access. Default settings shouldn't be public-facing.
It highlights the classic race condition. Feature development outpaced security hardening. They prioritized usability and scale, which is understandable given the context, but neglected the basics. It's a stark reminder that rapid growth doesn't excuse poor security hygiene. New, totally. And the fact that users could accidentally make their buckets public, plus finding videos on YouTube and Vidco. It shows how interconnected these platforms are, and how easily data can leak through multiple vectors. Product design needs to bake security in, not bolt it on later.
Then there's the Taobao incident. A logic bomb sounds dramatic, but it's essentially a piece of malicious code designed to trigger at a specific time or condition. The forced uninstall loop was probably a smokescreen, but the underlying threat is serious. Yeah, it's like a digital time bomb. You don't know it's there until it goes off. The Siberian pipeline example is chilling. It's not just about stealing data, it's about causing physical damage. Imagine if that happened in a modern system. Exactly. The potential for disruption is immense. It underscores the importance of rigorous code reviews, especially for internal contributions. Access controls and monitoring are crucial too. You need to trust, but verify, and have mechanisms to detect anomalous behavior, especially during maintenance windows or updates. And the fact that it was triggered by a specific time suggests someone knew exactly when to hit the system. It wasn't random, it was targeted. Makes you wonder about the insider aspect again. Who had the motive and opportunity?
Okay, switching gears to something even more high profile. Trump's Twitter account. Getting his password cracked by guessing it. Seriously? No two-factor authentication, simple password. Classic rookie mistake. It's baffling, isn't it? Especially considering the political weight of that account. Multiple compromises over 4 years due to weak passwords. It speaks volumes about the lack of basic security awareness, even at the highest levels. It's terrifying. Imagine the chaos if a real attacker had taken over that account. Spreading disinformation, manipulating markets, the possibilities are endless. It's a prime example of why multi-factor authentication isn't optional, especially for accounts with significant influence. Absolutely. It's a stark lesson in the human factor. Technical defenses are only as strong as the weakest link, which is often the user's habits. This incident should have been a wake-up call for everyone, but it seems the message wasn't getting through.
And then Nintai got hit hard. Initially, it looked like a standard account breach affecting 160 users, but the real story was the depth of the penetration. Right. Leaking the entire source code for the Wii, plus demos and code for N64, GCN, and Wii? That's not just embarrassing, it's a massive intellectual property disaster. 2 terabytes of data hitting 4chan. Talk about a leak. It's a huge blow. It means the security perimeter wasn't just breached, it was completely bypassed. It raises questions about their internal network segmentation, access controls, and maybe even legacy system security. And the implications for the Switch? If they can run homebrew software, that opens up a whole new can of worms. Piracy, malware, stability issues. It's a nightmare scenario for any console maker. This wasn't just a data leak, it was a potential existential threat to their ecosystem.
YMob's story is intense. Data deletion via a VPN. That's a nightmare scenario. Imagine the panic. Losing all that data, especially for a company providing services to merchants. Nan, the recovery effort was heroic, 7 days straight. But it also highlights the fragility of relying on individual engineers and the complexity of restoring data across a large, heterogeneous system. Different databases, different databases, different database nightmare. New. And the stock price drop shows the immediate financial impact. Even though they recovered everything, the damage was done. It's a brutal reminder of the need for robust backups, clear incident response plans, and strict access controls. You can't just rely on the best engineers pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Nan, precisely. Prevention is always better than cure. Stronger access management, regular audits, and automated backup verification processes could have mitigated the impact significantly. It's a case study in resilience, but also in how easily things can go sideways.
So, looking back at 2020, it's a mixed bag, some spectacular failures but also some impressive recoveries. No, definitely. It really hammered home the point that security isn't just about fancy tech, it's about people, processes, and paying attention to the details. From Zoom's rush to deploy to the simple password habits of world leaders, the lessons are everywhere. Agreed. It's a constant battle, and 2020 just gave us some particularly loud reminders. No, couldn't agree more. Always room for improvement, and definitely more stories to tell.